Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, Madonna just posted a couple of hours ago a performance of Live to Tell from the Celebration tour. Um, Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was some sort of tease for the upcoming concert film because a lot of fans have been waiting for that and asking where is it. Um, and I was looking at it as that, but then I realised it was actually posted for World AIDS Day, which is technically now in the US, but it was yesterday in Australia. So I was watching it very critically, and then I sort of realised, I'm not sure exactly what this is really representing, because it starts off looking like it's shot in the Rio concert because you have that giant audience and you see a couple of shots of that. But then it seems to go to a stadium or an arena, and you actually see the screens, because one of the things that was sort of compromised when they did the Rio tour was the some of the performances like Live to Tell that relied on the screens and had a structure and a format that sort of was designed for that, and then they sort of had to sort of throw that away because they couldn't have the overheads because of the stage and everything. So that was one of the things that upset me the most, because people were talking about the Rio concert being the official release of the concert, and I felt that that really compromised Live to Tell, and I really wanted to see the actual stadium tour and have it filmed in one of the stadiums as it was originally designed and meant to be seen. So the video is a mess. The shots are out of focus, there are shots that are overexposed, and then there are shots that are really underexposed and dark, and they look like video, whereas other shots, like bad video, other shots more look like good quality high definition. And they use different footage. Now at first I thought they were just using the wide shots of the crowd from Rio because it's impressive, but then they were cutting backwards and forwards between some of the Rio footage, because you could tell by her roots get longer and shorter and longer and shorter for the performance, and her hair changes, and it's just a mess. There's no consistency, just like Madam X and Rebel Heart, where they just throw all the video from all the concerts in a blender and just hit auto edit, and it's like every couple of seconds they just change the shot, and there's no rhyme or reason or anything to it, and it's just a mess and disappointing. And I hope this is not what the final concert's going to look like, but we all saw Madam X and we all saw Rebel Heart, so I think we know what we're going to get for Celebration if we even get the show, because no one wants to buy it apparently. Paramount didn't want it, well, not for her price, I think. And who'd she go to? She went to someone else and they apparently didn't buy it either. So, because the golden age of streaming is over, and people aren't paying fortunes for content anymore because they know they're not going to make any money out of it. So I don't know what she's going to do. I really think a traditional DVD Blu-ray release where she'll get paid and they'll make money would actually be good. But I don't know what we're going to see. But I was disappointed. Part of me was like, oh, thank God some of the show has been preserved. There's actually moments where you see this box-like structure of all these screens with all the images, all the square little images in this square, with her in this square moving around, and there's just something about the way that's just formed that is just totally lost in the Rio concert. So that on one level has been preserved, but it's compromised again by all these little intercut parts that don't match. And like I said, her performance is inconsistent because they're going between different shots. It's pretty simple. What you do is you use the big wide shots, establishing shots, good camera angles from all the different concerts, and then you keep the main core of the performance, the mid shots and the close-ups, from the same performance. So you feel like you're watching one performance, and then you just sort of expand on it with angles and footage that you didn't get for the one show, because you can't shoot all the angles and all the everything in one, because there's just not enough cameras, and it is good to do it over time at different concerts, but they're all just supposed to add on to the one core performance that you film. Madonna's forgotten that, and so have the people, and they just film everything and chop it all together, and it just you can't engage with it, because it's just like you're constantly being pulled out of it. It's like, no, that's a different outfit, that's a different hair, that's a different. Yeah, so frustrated, afraid that this is what we're going to get, and just exasperated because I just don't get it. I mean, this is just for World AIDS Day, as a tribute to the people who lost to AIDS. So maybe they just threw it together, or maybe they just took that segment out of the concert film they're working on, and that's what the whole thing's going to look like. I don't know, but I just dread what we're going to get in the end, and I just wanted the show preserved as it was presented. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get that.